I believe farming storm crystals to be the best way to make money early and mid-game before you get heavy into trading, so I decided to make a quick guide for anybody who wants to learn how to. Storm crystals have a base value of 129,150 units. In your exosuit, exocraft, and starship, you can fit 5 in a stack, and you can fit up to 10 in a stack in your cargo inventory. What you need to begin farming storm crystals: an extreme weather planet, if gathering by foot, a specific hazard protection module installed for the type of conditions you will face on your chosen extreme weather planet, a decent supply of resources to keep powered the necessary hazard protection module. If gathering by exocraft, a good supply of oxygen to replenish the fuel in your exocraft. Now, these next things are optional to help speed up farming, but I do recommend using these if at all possible, as they help hasten your storm crystal farming tremendously. 6 S-Class movement system upgrades, or the highest you can get. 3 installed in your base inventory of the exosuit, and 3 installed in the technology slot of the exosuit. 3 S-Class exocraft acceleration upgrades. 3 S-Class exocraft fusion engine upgrades. 3 exocraft handling modifications. Drift, grip boost, and high slide suspensions. I suggest bringing a save point with you for extended farming, as leaving your exocraft doesn't autosave the game. Or you can simply summon your ship, but just make sure you have enough launch fuel. To begin, find yourself an extreme weather planet. The easiest way to find one of these planets without actually landing on it is by scanning the planet and checking if it contains an activated stellar metal, activated copper, cadmium, emerald, or indium. I seem to find extreme weather planets very regularly in red, green, and blue systems. Once you have located one of these planets, I would suggest setting up a small base on it for shelter, storage, and direct warp from space stations. This can be very useful for multiple sequential farming trips. I highly recommend using an exocraft to gather storm crystals. It's much faster than gathering on foot, and you don't have to worry about the incredibly harsh environment during storms. You can also use your starship if you want to fly around and spot storm crystals and then land by them, but I find using an exocraft is simply faster. After setting up your base however you choose, build a bay for the exocraft of your choice. The roamer is the best all-rounder, and I believe it's the best choice for this specific task, although you can use whatever exocraft you're comfortable with. When you're ready to start farming, just wait for a storm. When one is coming, you'll be notified, and it will begin over the following 15 to 20 seconds or so. Storm crystals are only active and harvestable during extreme storms. They become rocky and unharvestable during any other time. Once the storm begins, they will shed their outer layer of rock, and you can begin gathering them. You can find the locations of storm crystals by either using your visor, or simply watching for them on the map as you traverse the terrain. They are a very bright white. When using your visor, you will see little yellow lightning bolt markers denoting where the closest storm crystals are. You can either head straight for them, or mark them so you don't lose them when you hop back into your exocraft, since you unfortunately cannot use your visor in the exocraft. The visor is most helpful on frozen planets during blizzards, as storm crystals are white and blend in extremely well in the heavy snow. I would personally suggest not gathering on frozen planets because of this. That's basically it. Locate a crystal, drive to it, jump out beside it, grab it, hop back in, rinse and repeat. Just remember to refuel when necessary. It can get pretty monotonous, although I do quite enjoy zooming around the landscapes in my roamer. Now, it's pretty much the same principle if you decide to do this on foot. You just need to make sure you are very prepared to keep recharging your environmental hazard protection. Selling your storm crystals you've gathered is pretty simple, as their prices don't fluctuate much at all per system. You can basically just pick one place that seems right to you and sell it all in one bunch. One final note. Storm crystals can spawn in clusters ranging from 1 to 10, perhaps even higher, but the highest I've ever heard of from anybody was 10. Personally, the most I've ever experienced is 8 in one cluster. So while recording this video, I actually found my first cluster of 9 storm crystals. Also, some planets seem to spawn more storm crystals in multiples than others. Because of these factors, it can be really good to visit a bunch of extreme weather planets and find one that seems to spawn storm crystals with the greatest frequency. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this guide is able to help people make some sweet, sweet units in No Man's Sky. If you have any other questions about this method, feel free to throw them down in the comments and I'll be sure to respond when I can. If this video helped you in any way, give the video a like if you like, and even subscribe if you want. I'll be doing more No Man's Sky videos in the future, along with my normal Minecraft and Overwatch content. I hope you all have a wonderful day.